Today, we are talking about the nervous system, and in particular, a state of the nervous system that is not talked about much, but is very, very prevalent as to what is happening in a lot of the people in the world, and even ourselves at times. And I want to talk about this because let me ask you this first question first. When you think about nervous system regulation, what is the first thing you think about? Usually, most people would think about just calming the system down, right? I need to be regulated, which means I need to calm my system down. And that definitely has a time and place. That is one side of the coin. There's another side of the coin, though, which I will be talking about today, which is a very, very important part of the nervous system, which is being able to up regulate. And this nervous system state, this poor thing, is ignored and is treated as if it is the same as the fight or flight, which is the complete opposite of it. And the approach to help yourself when you're in the state, or if a client comes to you and is in the state, is going to be different. So if you have a client coming into you who is very, very depressed, right? Tons of depressive symptoms, not motivated, not willing to, or not wanting, not having the desire to want to do anything, and just in that very, very low mood. The how you approach that client is going to be very, very different from an anxious, high functioning, anxious client, with regards to how to help them deal with their symptoms. Completely different, but we are given all of these the same tools to help them, which is, wrong prescription for the wrong thing ain't going to help, right? So that's why I want to talk about this, and it is shutdown. This form of shutdown where we feel very depressed. Sometimes we might feel very ashamed. Motivation is at a complete low. Energy is low, exhaustion, and this feeling of, you just want to like lay down in the couch just like this because there's just no more energy left. And this is a survival nervous system state that actually happens because at this moment in time, at this level, the nervous system has completely exhausted its resources from fight or flight for chronic periods of time. And so it goes into this energy conservation mode. So it tries to conserve energy. And like I said, the symptoms here are going to be very different from someone who is anxious. Someone who is anxious, riled up, wound up, all the way up here is going to need to down regulate that, right? Someone who is down in the dumps, literally shut down, they're down, is going to need something very, very, very different. And so this is super duper important because or if you are someone who wants to use effective tools that work right away, you want to be able to see where you're at the present moment, assess yourself, and then find the tool that works specifically for that state. This is something also that is not talked about much. We just have an abundance of tools, right? Like I mentioned earlier, what do you think about this nervous system regulation? Most people are like, I meditate and I do breath work. And great, that is part of nervous system regulation. But if we don't know what these states feel like in our bodies, we're gonna we're gonna tend to use the different tools at the wrong time. And I used to be this way because it didn't click with me, even though I have like 15 years nursing experience. It didn't click with me because this is something that is really not taught in the traditional personal development world. So now that I've put the puzzle pieces together, it is really important to know what this feels like. And so the symptoms of shutdown will feel very, very different. You'll feel very low. You'll feel maybe there's some shame, some depressive type feelings, just no energy. You just lack energy. You kind of want to do something, but you can't be bothered. Or sometimes there's just no drive to do anything. All you want to do is lay down on a couch and even just lay down in bed because just the thought of moving is so much work. And again, this happens because of chronic periods being in the fight or flight state that the body has now shut down because it feels that it cannot handle the threat anymore. That is the main difference. And so when we are in this state and we try to calm the system down, our energy is already here. We're shut down, like literally. The energy is low, it's over here. If we calm the system down like this, and our goal is to do more things. Our goal is to feel more alive. Our goal is to increase our energy. Our goal is having meaningful relationships, a meaningful life, being able to achieve the things that we want. If that is our goal and we're calming the system down because this is what is taught everywhere, is that really going to help? Like if I have an empty water bottle, which is it is empty right now, am I going to pour, and I need water because I'm thirsty, am I going to pour the rest of the drops out? No, because that doesn't make any fucking sense, right? And so calming the system down when we're in shutdown, unless your goal is to sleep, because then you'll just go there. Unless your goal is to sleep, traditional calming methods, traditional breathwork practices that are involved with calming the system down ain't gonna work for this if the goal is to upregulate. So so what you want to do is to upregulate the system when you're feeling low and unmotivated, right? Some people listen to motivational videos and that gets their energy up. But what I'm going to show you now is a breath practice that is very, very, very specific to bringing energy up in the system so that when you are in that state of shutdown, or if you have a client who has depressive symptoms, is to this is what you're going to give them so that the energy goes. We are down here. We want to move energy up in our system. This is going to be like a fucking game changer. Okay. And this breath pattern is something that is called the breath of fire. And I'm going to demonstrate it and we're going to do it very, very strategically. So if you're someone who's low, rate your energy levels from 1 to 10, 10 being you're all riled up, you're all over here, you cannot even settle, you cannot even sit still, your thoughts are all over the place, versus maybe a 1 or a 2 where you're just very spacey and you lack energy in your body, just completely exhausted. So where are you in that spectrum? And if you are more than a 5 and you're very anxious, please do not do this. It will make things worse. This is up regulating the system. So if you're a 7 or 8, skip this practice. Skip it. Do not do it, and do it when you're in the lower levels. So maybe if you are a 2, a 3, or a 4, and you want to go up to a 5, then do this practice with me. It is called breath of fire. And please do not do this breath exercise if you have any heart issues, cardiovascular issues, breathing issues. If you are pregnant, it is not a good idea. So if you are not any of those and you want to upregulate your system, if you want to feel more motivated, maybe there's some things that are boring on your list. You know, this is what I like to do. Fun fact: when there is something that is needed to be done in the business and I'm like, oh, it's so boring, I actually use this breathwork practice to get myself to upregulate and to help me focus at the whatever task, boring task I'm about to do. So the breath of fire is when your mouth is going to be closed and you're going to breathe out through your nose and you're going to do a pumping action inwards as if you're taking your belly button towards the back of your spine. So it's like you're pumping. So take your hands and put it around your belly button and pump your belly in, and the breath is going to come out of your nose. So do that slowly a little bit right now as you get used to it. Close your mouth. This comes out through your nose. Snot might come out. Just be aware of that. No shame. It happens. So just pump. And with breath of fire, eventually you want to go to a steady pace and rhythm that's good for you. If that pace of slowness is good for you and is what you can do, then it doesn't matter. But eventually, especially if you want to upregulate your system, you want to have a fairly steady pace. And you want to do this for like 10 times, pause, see where your energy level is at. If you're good with the energy level after the 10 pumps or the 10 breaths of fire, then pause. This is not about me telling you to do 20 breaths of fire. This is about you listening to your body and see what you need. And so let's do 10 now at a decent pace. Pause, see where your energy level is at. I already feel my face getting pretty warm. So we'll do another one. If you're good with that, pause. If you want to upregulate more, keep going. And this is how you actually want to do this. This is how you want to start doing things. Pause again, see where you're at. If you're good, pause. If you want to increase your energy more, then great. Of course, make sure you're sitting when you're doing this. I didn't preface that, but sitting is going to be a lot better, or even standing up is good, is a lot better actually. Standing up, if you want to upregulate, you want to stand up. But sitting is also happy medium. So let's do another 10 pumps. See how your focus is. Notice the energy in your body. And if you're good with that, I am definitely feeling it. It's a little cold in here, so I would probably just do it a little bit more, like 10 at a time. Keep assessing after that 10, keep assessing and reassessing. It really ups your energy levels, and it will help you to upregulate from a more down-regulated, unmotivated state. So this is, again, super duper simple. Please do not do this if you're pregnant or if you have any cardiovascular disease. And this is a great way to upregulate your system if you are in shutdown where you're feeling very low, unmotivated, you want to like withdraw from people, and maybe you want to start connecting with people, right? You want to be more active and do something. This is a great, easy, free way that you can do at any moment in time, anywhere. Also, any place, very, very easy. No one's going to notice you just doing this and breathing. I do this at the gym. So if I really want to like up my energy. So this is a very, very cool, easy approach to help you become motivated very, very quickly. And so I hope that this helps. If you have any questions at all, let me know and I will see you soon.